Hey everyone, Matt Sack with Feldmann Imports Mercedes-Benz. Here to talk to you today about the all-new 2021 S-Class redesign. So to get started, two different variants in the lineup. We're going to have the S500, that is going to be a 3-liter inline-6 turbo with EQ boost. Next step up is going to be your S580, that is going to be your 4-liter V8 bi-turbo with EQ boost. Just to give you a little refresher on what EQ boost offers for you, it's going to be a 48-volt mild hybrid battery system. In a nutshell, it's going to give you an additional 21 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque. So taking a look at the outside of the vehicle here, in terms of the shape, have an older body here, of course the new 2021. Shape-wise, didn't change too much, but we are going to notice the headlights, in fact, did change. Another big one on the outside of the vehicle is going to be our seamless door handles. So when we take a look here, when the doors are locked, we're going to notice that the door handles are, of course, flush with the vehicle. And all it takes for us to unlock them, as long as we have our key on us, is just going along outside of the door handle, and then of course can open the door. One other thing to note, we're going to have 3 different lines available for the S-Class. So it's going to start with the luxury line, it's going to go next to the AMG line, and then you're going to have the executive line at the top. So really what Mercedes-Benz did is they really simplified it for our customers in terms of what they want within the vehicle. So each line is going to have a set of standard features and also have some optional features that are going to be available. So one thing to note, one of those optional features when we're on the outside of the vehicle is going to be the rear axle steering that's available for the S-Class. So you're going to have a 4.5-degree rear axle steering available. That's going to start on that AMG line. So that's really going to be the middle tier. Once you bump up to the executive line, that's going to give you the 10-degree rear axle steering. So to give you kind of an idea of what that does for you, if you're familiar with our A220, it's going to be our smallest sedan in our lineup, really the start of our lineup. That 10-degree rear axle steering gives you the same turning radius as that A220. So pretty impressive, in terms of, the turning radius that's available with that 10-degree rear axle steering. Now we're going to take a look inside. Follow me in. All right guys, now taking a look inside, this is where we're really going to notice a lot of the changes in the new S-Class here. So taking a look just at the center display, this is going to be our 12.8-inch OLED screen. We're going to notice that there's no more touchpad, no more control dial. So really everything as far as the functionality in the vehicle, as far as the systems available, is going to be used on the screen here. So is in fact a touch screen. As we come along here, really no buttons. Everything is really going to be touch sensitive, just like a screen on a phone. So we'll notice the volume option here. We can turn that up just by sliding back and forth. We'll have our dynamic select, so our available drive modes off to the left here. But one other key feature that we're going to notice in the center display is really our fingerprint sensor. And this is just a nice option, one for security of course, but two, this allows us, if we have multiple drivers, we can actually configure our options, things like our seat settings, our radio presets, really anything you could think of within the vehicle that you can customize for yourself. We can actually set that up with just a fingerprint. So if we get into the vehicle and let's say somebody was driving it before I was and I wanted to get my settings up, I could just use my fingerprint sensor, something similar to what they've had on iPads, some laptops nowadays, but very easy to use and very fast, of course. Just some nice standard features that Mercedes has added to the S-Class for the model year 2021. You're going to have your driver's assistance package, now a standard feature. Your 3D high-end Burmester surround sound system, also a standard feature. And they also added another one to the game. You're going to have your 4D high-end Burmester surround sound system, which you can actually see in this vehicle here. What that adds is just more additional speakers and subwoofers in both the driver and passenger seats. So pretty impressive. A couple other standard features, first for Mercedes is our wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Those are going to be standards for us and the first that we've seen for Mercedes. Another big one, heated and ventilated front seats, also going to be a standard one. But beyond that, we're going to have a few different packages that are now available for the S-Class as well. The 3D technology package. I know you probably can't see how the screen kind of looks here, but everything that I'm looking at right now is in 3D. All the way down to the heads-up display. That's also going to be part of that 3D technology package. And I'm telling you guys, this heads-up display, I know it's nothing you can see right now, but it's so impressive. It's like anything I've ever seen before. But you'll also notice the steering wheel layout too, not to forget the steering wheel. And again, everything is just going to be touch sensitive, just like a screen on a phone. All the way down to even the seat settings here, we'll notice that they actually don't physically move when we touch them. They're just going to be touch sensitive. So very easy to work with. And I mean, overall, when we look at this, very unique and very easy to work with. You know, they eliminated a lot of the buttons, all the way down to having MBUX. MBUX is going to stand for the Mercedes-Benz user experience. In a nutshell, I can make commands like, hey Mercedes, turn on the passenger side ventilated seat, turn off the heated steering wheel. So with that being said, you really have a personal assistant within the vehicle that can really take on anything functionality-wise, excluding the obvious ones, your seat movements and your window movements, just for safety reasons. One more thing to talk about is really going to be our active ambient lighting that we'll see within the vehicle. So Mercedes took the next step up. So we'll notice everything is a lot more pronounced in terms of the ambient lighting. But one really cool feature here is when we, even down to changing the temperature, we can notice that if we go up in the heat, of course, we get kind of the red here, and it will, of course, direct to each side here. But kind of cool. Not only does it tie in with the climate control, but it'll also tie into the safety when we talk about the driver's assistance package. So, you know, one example here would be, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's one feature that's new for Mercedes. If we open the door and there happen to be traffic or a bike coming by, what it'll do is it'll actually shine bright red along this door here. So the active ambient lighting isn't just for really the pizzazz or, you know, just the sight of it. It actually does have some functionality with it now as well. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Again, my name is Matt Sack. I'm with Feldmann Imports Mercedes-Benz. If you want to come take a look at one of these and make one yours, come and see me. Thank you.